Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh, and this is a deck unboxing and look at the Fairy Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. Now, I don't know if it's because Radleigh and Doreen Virtue did a lot of decks together way back when. I've never really been drawn to Radleigh's work, and that's not to say that Radleigh isn't incredible. I've seen and heard, how he works and things like when they've had Hay House Lives and things like that. I'm not familiar with his work in that sense, and I'm also when the suits are renamed, and I don't really understand how or why they've got to that place, which I think was done in one of the Angel decks, like of Uriel and 3 of Uriel and things like that. It confuses my brain sometimes. I am neurodivergent, and I'm like, why has it changed that? Obviously I'm not au fait with angels, so maybe there was a reason behind that, and ignorance has probably left me where I am, but for some reason I felt drawn to the fairy ones, so I'm giving them a go. I'm open-minded. I bought them and yeah, because I've got fairy decks, but nothing that is specifically in your face fairy tarot. I have the mystical fairies one, the old I think it's mystical fairies, magical fairies. Anyway, I have that one, which I do use from time to time. But yeah, this just felt different. And it has phrases on the bottom, and I like to do pulls on my Facebook group and my Facebook page. And it's really handy if there's a message on the card, because it means that people don't have to then read my really bad pictures of the messages in the books and things like that. So, and I noticed this was a tarot deck rather than an oracle deck that had a message on the bottom, and I just thought, you know what, that's going to be really good for using in the group, for card pulls and things like that. So people can also then start learning a little bit about tarot as well if they choose to. Anyway, let's get to the deck. I have the Rider-Waite here from another unboxing, and I nearly just smacked it all over the floor. Okay, so let's have a look. The light has changed as I do this, so I'm really hoping no dark clouds come over. It was really sunny, that's why I've got deck unboxings happening today. So let's have a look. So we have this gorgeous holographic foiling of the fairy there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Like red, pinky, purple. It's like a magenta with the tones in it. It comes in a 2-part box, genuine Hay House box with the thumbprints. You should check out Hay House, because they do actually do a lot of free events where you can learn how to start reading tarot, or you can learn to pull oracle cards, or you can do an angel course with Kyle Gray and things like that. So Hay House produced quite some amazing little webinars, and Yasmin with the Yasmin Bolland with the Moonology. There's loads on there, and Colette Barron Reed does things as well. So, fairy royalty help you wear your crown, invisible crown. The fairies are nature angels who assist us all with earthly concerns, including increasing our self-confidence and belief in our ability to make a positive difference to this world. The 78 gorgeous cards in this deck are geared toward helping you wear your invisible crown and fulfill your life purpose. Radleigh Valentine calls Fairy Tarot cards the self-esteem deck because the words and images are imbued with this intention. Inside you'll meet fairy kings, queens, princes and princesses, set against the backdrop of iconic Glastonbury, England. The wisdom of the fairies inscribed on each card and explained in the accompanying guidebook will help you put your life on the fast track of divine magic. Fairy tarot cards make a perfect companion to the best-selling Angel tarot cards. In fact, you can mix the 2 decks for even more accurate and detailed readings. And the cover design was by Rianne Bender, and the cover illustration by Howard David Johnson. And the illustrations in this deck are by Howard David Johnson. So it has this lilac inside. It has this ombre on the side of the inside part of the 2-part box. The book I will get to afterwards. I always do the cards first. Let's see what we have. So we have a paper cuff here. Okay. So we have this gorgeous design on the back of the cards. These are quite glossy print, as you can see. So let's see what we have. We have the Dreamer. Embrace your true purpose. I'm not going to read all these out, but You have the Dreamer, the Magician, all those stuck together. I'm hoping once they're apart, it could, sometimes when they are gloss printed and then cut, they get cut as a one with a die. Sometimes they get stuck together because they're laminated, the lamination and that. And sometimes when they're gilded, once they're apart, it feels like they're apart for good. It's just sometimes when a deck comes together, it gets stuck together for a moment. So we have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, Unity instead of a Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, looks like Judy Garland, Justice, the Hermit, the Wheel, Strength, Awakening, Release instead of Death, Balance for Temperance, Ego for the Tower, no, the Devil, sorry, Life Experience for the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Renewal for Judgment, the World. Then we have the Ace of Spring, which I'm assuming are wands, Two of Spring, Three of Spring, Four of Spring, the Five, Six. The only reason I said I assume is because some people put different suits for different times of the year. Seven of Spring, the Eight of Spring. Like some people have swords as winter or spring, and sometimes autumn. It can be a personal thing. 10 of Spring, the Nine, sorry, the Princess of Spring. I think I meant to say 9 a minute ago and my brain has just fired it out then. The Prince of Spring. So I'm assuming it's Princess instead of Page and Prince instead of Knight, Queen. And the King of Spring. Then we have the Ace of Summer, which I'm assuming is Cups. Two of Summer, which is June. So yes, Three of Summer, July, Four of Summer, the Five of Summer. They are quite stuck together. Hang on, I'm just gonna, Six of Summer. So we have the playful, youthful energy of the Six Cups. Seven of Summer, the Eight, the Nine, the 10, and the Princess. And then we're going to move into the Prince, the Queen, and the King. Then we go into the Ace of Winter. So I'm guessing that's, have they gone for swords or have they gone for pentacles? Probably swords. Two of Winter. Yeah, they've gone for swords. Three of Winter. The Four of Winter. The Five. Six. Yeah, we're on a boat, so this is definitely swords. Six of Winter. Seven of Winter. 8. 9. Oh, and the 10 of Winter. Then we have the Princess, the Prince. Oh, look at that, a white ferret. Is it a white ferret or a mink? Anyway, beautiful. The Queen, Snow Queen, and the King of Winter. And then we have Autumn as the pentacles. So Ace of Autumn, Two of Autumn, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6 of autumn, 7, the 8 of autumn, 9, 10, the princess, the prince. That cracking sounds worse than it is, by the way. The Queen of Autumn and the King of Autumn. Now they've all been separated. Yeah, look, they're just going to move. It's just literally where they're die cut and the lamination just sticks a little bit. It happens with gilding as well on decks. So really good for washing because it has that glossy, slippery feel to it. It's really good for if you're somebody that moves things around in a wash. A movement like that in order to mix them up on the table and then scoop them back up. Really good for that. I'm going to try and riffle shuffle them. I have quite large square hands, so I can riffle shuffle an oracle size deck. These are oracle size. They are not traditional tarot size. They are a traditional tarot deck. Although obviously the names have been, some of the things have been renamed. They do have that more uplifting renaming for the energy of the cards. It's really good if you're someone that's worried about the harshness that tarot can bring. I personally am one for shadow work, but if someone's not in a place where they're ready for shadow work and they need something uplifting and affirmationary, decks like this one and the Good Tarot, they give the more positive spin on the message and energies that those cards can bring. The only thing I would say is being love and light all the time isn't actually healthy. There are people that go, oh, I'm just love and light. Then you're just avoiding your problems. And part of the spiritual path is to do the work. So sometimes we have to go and face the darkness because actually our strength is in the darkness. Darkness is not evil. Light is not good. They are two separate things. There is good and evil in light and there is good and evil in the darkness. And so, yes, it's beautiful. I do like this deck. It's not my normal type of artwork. It's perhaps a bit more, I don't know, like a Victorian fairy book than is my style and taste, but it has good messages. And I'm going to do that today on my Facebook group so we can do a pick a card and everyone can read the message on the card. It'd be amazing. So, Fairy Tarot Cards Guidebook by Radleigh Valentine. Contents, we have the usual Hay House blurb that's in there. And obviously all these other things that Radleigh has done, books and decks. I think I have the Archangel deck on the way, I think. So we have the Major Arcana, and the contents of where you can find it in the book. So spring, summer, winter, autumn, and they are ace all the way through to the top of the court cards. How to work with them. About your fairy tarot cards, explains the major and minor arcana using them. Clear your card deck, prepare your cards, ask a question, shuffle the cards. Choose a card, read this booklet. 3 card messages. 1, 2, 3, the traditional Celtic cross spread. I do a variation on that rather than... It is that, but I elaborate a bit more when I do mine. So the meanings of the cards, so we move into the major arcana. We have a black and white image of the card and 2 pages for the card, so it's beautiful. Good message. And then there's additional meanings as well. And that goes for all of the major arcana by the look of it. With the world. And then we go into the minor arcana. We go into the suit of spring. Fire element and wands. They go in the traditional. And again, black and white full image. And a 2-page spread for that card. And that's the same for all of them. Oh, I just saw something that had some really cool. There you go. Suit of summer. Bullet points is what I saw. And I was like, oh, cool. Winter. And then we have autumn. Is there anything towards the back? King of Autumn. About the artist, Howard David Johnson. About the author, Radleigh Valentine. We don't have an image of them on here. Hay House's details. About the app. Do you know, I haven't been on the app. I don't know why I haven't been on the app. There you go. There's Radleigh on the back. Radleigh Valentine on the back. And obviously the blurb that comes with it. Photographer of Radleigh, Patrina Odette. For some reason, it was Odette that caught my eye. Anyway, isn't that the White Swan Lake? Anyway, that is the Fairy Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any questions, as always, comment down below. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Oh, and you can buy these on my website. I've stocked them, so you can buy them on the website. So if you want to buy the deck, feel free to check mine out. You don't have to buy it at mine, but it really helps support me if you do. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.